So I'm getting this energy of someone that you had relations with before, remembering you and feeling as though the experience with you is similar to a lucid dream. They felt like they were lucid dreaming because it's they feel like they woke up and you weren't there. It feels like this moment of realization when you're no longer with someone or no longer in heavy communication with them, and there's just a rush of memories that come to you from the experiences that you had with that person. This is the energy that I'm picking up from this energy reading. You are like a lucid dream. With you, they felt like they were lucid dreaming. Because you were real. You know, lucid dreams feel real. But they feel like they woke up. But they wish they hadn't have woken up from the dream. I'm also getting that they could have dreamt about you recently. And it felt very real. They were lucid dreaming. They could have dreamt about a moment that their soul wanted to have with you, or a moment that actually did happen between the two of you. Okay. Someone likes your eyes and your smile. I'm hearing eyes and a smile. There's something about your eyes and your smile that this person just fell in love with. And that's what they can't let go of. So this person had a tendency to compliment you. I heard even if it was only in their mind. Some people have a lot of things that they may want to say, but don't say it for whatever reason. But this person, you were able to tell that they had love for you, or that they were like feeling you whenever you were together. Now this could be whatever relationship this is for you, because it will be different from many. However, right now it's feeling romantic. It's feeling very romantic. It's feeling like a relationship, like a romantic relationship. Okay. I heard they turned into a beast when you left. That's giving that they were very angry about however things ended. They may still be feeling salty, about what happened, is what I'm getting. They might still feel that way. They might feel like they need balance, but they're not quite sure how to obtain that balance right now. Also, there's something I'm feeling here about your presence around them helped them to be balanced, okay? You were their opposite. Opposites attract, I just heard. You were their level, I just heard. You were their level. They still feel as though you are their level. You are the level-headed one. Or they could have been that for you. However, there was a compliment there. Like you complimented each other. Very complimentary, I just heard. That's really good when you can compliment instead of use someone as a crutch or for any other purposes. When you're in a relationship and you compliment each other, I mean, it's good to compliment each other by saying, something nice that you appreciate about the person. But I'm talking about energy-wise. When your energy complements someone else's energy, that's priceless. Money can't buy that. Money can't buy that. And I feel as though this person felt that way about you. And you could have as well felt this way about them. It's just that it seems like it didn't work out. It doesn't feel like you're together with this person anymore. Some of you may be, but from what I'm feeling, this energy feels like past tense. It could also be a relationship for some of you that you're in right now and things changed and it's not how it used to be. and someone is missing how it used to be, looking for that spark again. I'm picking up that energy. And it's really about their emotions that they feel towards you. It's really about how you make them feel, how you made them feel, how you made them perceive things, how you help them to see certain situations and instances in a new light. Your perspective is something that has stuck with them. And I'm hearing it won't go away. You cross their mind often. I heard living rent free in their head. I heard, but it's all for good reason. It's all for good reason. They really did appreciate everything you did for them, even though there were times that they may not have said it. It feels like this person is stubborn. This feels like a stubborn energy that is just set in their ways, and they don't want to hear anything from anybody. Like, look, this is what I said, and what I say, go. That's what it feels like. It feels like that. It feels like that energy, right? That's what I'm picking up. It's just that roughneck energy. And it could be a masculine or a feminine that is in that energy. It could go either way. Because, you know, there are feminine energies that do have masculine tendencies that could be overpowering at times. And then it is also masculine energies could be in feminine energy that is overpowering them. That's why it's good for us to have a balance, because it's best if feminine energy is not out here acting like a man. And it's best if a man is not out here acting like a woman, because now it's getting confusing. Okay? And I say that in a way of order. I just heard. In a way of order. Because the energy speaks for itself. So whatever energy you choose, stand on that. It's not really about the depths of how you were born. It's more so about the energy. So whatever you subscribe to, you do as you do. However, if a woman is in her masculine energy excessively, it really takes away from your power, because I feel as though masculine energy has a very special power and feminine energy has a special power. So we do have to have a balance, but you don't want to you don't want to have excessive tendencies on one side of the spectrum. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. I heard, where is the love? This person feels like they can't find love now. Now that you're gone, they can't find love. Where did love go? Where did love go? Your love. That's why it's gone. So they woke up and now it's like, where did love go? I'm hearing they feel like a piece of them is missing. They feel as though you made them whole, which I don't feel is a good thing. You should never need something or someone outside of yourself to feel whole. So that's just telling me that this individual has some healing to do, because we should never look externally for wholeness. We are meant to already be whole within ourselves. So once you start saying, oh, I need you, you make me whole, you might want to go the other way, because that's someone who is going to be codependent upon your energy. And I'm feeling as though this is what the problem was. This could have very well have been the reason why the breakup took place, because of that codependency. That codependent dynamic is not good at all, because it causes one person or both individuals to be completely overwhelmed and stressed out, because usually it's one person that's the one that does all the work, in these type of dynamics, and then the other person is the one that's like the baby and that needs everything and can't fend for themselves, as if they're an infant child. So they look to you for everything. And the one that has such high expectations on the other is the one that is the projector, the one that is in baby mode. I heard the one that's in baby mode, the one that is codependent. So the other individual is the one that exudes the strength in the relationship, and the codependency weighs heavier on the one who is considered the one with strength. And eventually the one that is considered strong, or the one that is depended on the most in the relationship, they end up getting overwhelmed and stressed out, feeling like they just want to go anywhere but where that person is, their other half that they're with at that time, whoever they're connected to. And you can also associate this message to other relationships as well. I'm just feeling a heavy relationship, like romantic relationship energy. However, this can apply to other relationships as well. I just heard mother. Someone's mother has really put a lot of weight on them in their life, asking them to do a lot at a young age, and it's like, wait, I'm still a kid. Somebody's mother had you watching some kids, maybe your brothers and sisters or something like that. I just picked up that energy. You were watching little people, and you were a little person, and that took away from your ability to enjoy your childhood fully. Okay, that's just a side note, and that was hard for you, and it was frustrating because there's things that you saw others doing that you couldn't do because you were given. I heard your parents, or your parents, it's either your parent or your parents' responsibilities were transferred to you at a young age, and you didn't feel like that was right. And I feel like it's right, it's not right. I feel like you're right, it's not right. I feel like you are right. I feel like you were very frustrated, and sometimes when you think about it now, it's still, it could get a rise out of you, that topic, because it's a deep-seated pain within you that you don't feel like you should have experienced. Now, it did make you stronger, and this is a aspect of your life that was needed for you to be who you are needed to be. I feel like I didn't say that right. It was needed in order for you to be who you are fully, okay? It needed to happen, even though it was difficult. It could have taught you a lot about children. Maybe you feel as though it's either it taught you how to care for children, or it taught you that you don't want any of your own, or it just taught you how people could be, how people could quickly transfer their responsibilities onto you and then basically expect you to just go along with it without saying anything. Okay, that whole aspect of your life could have trickled down into your adulthood, or trickled up into your adulthood, because trickled up into your adulthood. And so you had a tendency to take on other people's problems because it was in your nature, is what you knew. It was comfortable for you because it was familiar. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that you enjoyed it. It's like a part of you could have enjoyed it. You could be just someone who's nurturing and loving, and you enjoy giving. However, you don't enjoy being used and abused. You don't enjoy that. Because I feel like what you've gone through has been excessive. It's been very excessive, and these traumas usually start from childhood, and they just really still walk with us until we tame the trauma, until we look at it and tame it. Okay. And now I'm hearing it wasn't your fault. Something wasn't your fault. It's not your fault. Someone's faulting themselves for something, or you have a tendency to be very hard on yourself, which I am that way too, so I resonate with that. I could be very hard on myself. So I understand that. However, that's something that you have to train yourself to move away from, because that is something that can also destroy you, because it can make you feel overwhelmed, and you could be left feeling like you're not enough if you allow your energy to take you that far into that feeling. Because we are who we are. Our makeup, we can't change that. We can't change our makeup and our birth date, our birth chart. We can't change that. It is who we are. However, that's why it's important to get those birth chart readings. And I know how to do that, but I don't offer it. I think I probably will now that I'm talking about it. I don't know why it just popped in my head like that. Birth chart readings are very accurate as long as you know where you were born and your birthday and the time. It increases the accuracy. Because when I read my birth chart and I see the details, it's so amazing because it's so me. And it's just the alignment of how you were aligned with the planets and the stars when you were born. You know, it's real, man. People second guess like astrology and stuff like that, and I don't really use astrology like that, because I find that when I read, my readings often are in alignment with the planets, but I don't really study the planets like that. And I always find that very interesting, and I feel like that just confirms to me of my connection. You know, it confirms to me, because I don't get into the planets too tough. Maybe I touch it a little bit here and there. I know how powerful it is. But oftentimes, if I do listen to an astrologer and they tell me, they'll discuss the planets and things like that, a reading that I had just done, I'll notice that it is in alignment with what's going on in the universe. And that always blows my mind, you know? So I heard it's a rhythm. It's a feeling. It's the feeling. It's the feeling. You are someone who feels. I feel as though you are someone who feels. And you could be very similar to me, because I feel very strongly. And I feel as though that is why usually my readings are in alignment. When I look at it, at least, it's in alignment to what's going on with the planets and with the stars. You have a special way of aligning with those in your life, and when you get into alignment, you become a foundation point. I heard a foundation point. You become a foundation point for many. Some of you realize that, or some of you might not, because maybe you just look at it as if, you know, what you do and what happens in your life is normal. That's just how you do. However, your presence is very significant in many lives. It's just that for whatever reason, you don't really see yourself that way. You don't put too much emphasis on what you're capable of, because it's natural, so you don't really notice it so much. Maybe this reading will highlight the importance of your presence to you, okay? And this is why being with you is like a lucid dream, because it was real. It felt so real. And when the past is taken into consideration and the experiences that individuals have had with you, they realize how impactful your presence is and was in their life. Because I feel like your impact that you've had through conversation and just your presence, it lingers. It lingers. I just picked up the broken heart. So you have many people feeling a bit heartbroken by you. Okay? You have people feeling a little heartbroken for whatever reason. And maybe it's just for the simple fact that they didn't know how to continue to stay with you, be with you. They didn't know how to appreciate you when you were around. They misunderstood you. And they didn't understand you until you left. Or until it was just time to separate. Because maybe it wasn't you that left, maybe they left. So it all depends. Either way, there was a separation. There was division. This person could have been very selfish, and I just heard stingy. They could have been acting very, very selfish. I'm just picking up a selfish energy. And I feel as though you're the opposite, so that definitely turns you off, like all the way off. I heard that was a deal breaker for you, at least one of them. That was one of them. Anything else, Spirit? What else you want to say? Your frequency still emits around them. Things that you said, experiences that you've had, sometimes I heard they could be watching TV or watching a movie and then have a moment where they look over to talk to you when you're not there. That's actually very sad. But I just saw that image, like laughing at something or seeing something and then going to look over and say something to you because they're so used to you being around, but then you're not there for them to converse with. But that's actually very sad. I felt sadness as I was saying it. I envisioned someone leaning back on like a bed, and then it's like you were usually in one spot and they looked over to your side of the bed for you to make a remark about something and just remember that you're not there anymore. So yeah, the heartbreak is real. I do feel it here. I see it here. However, I am hearing that this pressure that they're under could possibly really change them for the better. Because many times when people are not in the best energy, they don't really change until you remove your energy. That's the only way they recognize who you truly are to them. If you stick around and continue to take the mess that they dish out to you, then they're going to feel comfortable to continue to treat you a certain way. It's not until you remove your energy that they really see. Okay? So overall, this message is just to tell you and remind you of how impactful you are in the lives of those that you cross paths with. You're very impactful. It's just your energy, it's what you say, it's your conversation, your support, your love that you give. You do make a difference, no matter if you don't recognize it, because when you're in your own energy, sometimes you don't recognize your impact. However, you do have a great impact that can definitely cause a ripple effect. I heard worldwide. So I always think about this because so many people say, just little old me, what am I going to do? But I always have that spiral in my mind. It's always in my mind, and I always think about skipping rocks because I still try to skip rocks sometimes. And sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. And I'm like, I always want to do it. It's like a challenge for me. So when I do skip the rocks, you always see the ripple effect that it has. And it's always a vibration of circles. And I view each and every one of us as, I heard that vibratory circle, because we have our own vibe, right? And when your auric field is involved, that's an oval-like shape, circular, I heard circular stratosphere. But anyway, the energy that you give to someone else can be contagious in the best way. Walk down the street, smile at someone, say hello. Doesn't happen often where I'm from because Yeah, I'm in a concrete jungle, but still, that energy, I'm just giving an example. That energy, you could change somebody's entire day just from feeling their energy. And they just smile at you. Not really having to say, even if you don't say hello, just a smile alone, it could change your mood. And you might want to smile at someone else. You know? Okay, I'm going to tell you, this is coming to me from a while ago. So, I was working in customer service some years back, right? And this woman that I spoke to, I felt her energy was very sad, but I was still helping her with what I was helping her with. And I made her feel better because she was worried about her money. Okay, she was worried about her money, and I was working for a financial institution, and she was nervous about something that happened to her. So I, reassured her and let her know what was going to happen and how it was going to happen. And, I told her it was going to be okay. Like, it was nothing to worry about. And then she started telling me other things about her personal life. And then I was talking to her about that too, just a little bit, because, I was at work. So she left a review for me, like a survey. And she left a recording, like a recorded message. And she said, you know what, after speaking to her, she changed my entire day. She said if I hadn't have spoken to her early in the morning before I left home, my whole day would have been horrible. And I just want to thank her so much, and she deserves a raise. That's what she said. She said there was something about her, and she just changed everything that I was feeling. She shifted it. And she said that. And I just was, when I hear that, it does something for me, because I know that one day I might need that. And I hope it comes back to me, because I did that just because that's who I am. But I feel as though when you give that energy, Spirit will make sure that when you need someone to be there for you, they will be there. They will be there, as long as you're in the right energy, because that's why you really have to be careful with the energy that you're in, because if you're walking around sour, don't expect someone to come and be there for you, because your energy is going to repel people away from you. So just keep that in mind. Don't get mad at Spirit if you're choosing to be in that energy and you find that you feel like nobody's there for you. And that's not for everyone. Sometimes it's just hard out here and you don't have anybody there for you. But if you're acting in a nasty way, and your nature is like the way you choose to carry yourself is not really acceptable when it comes to your attitude, people don't like that. They're going to get away from you. They're not going to want to interact with you. So that's why it's important to check yourself. You got to check yourself. If you check yourself first, nobody have to check you. You don't have to feel uncomfortable. If you analyze how you are and what's going on with you, if you feel like you need time alone, go take that time. Don't allow someone to push you into doing something if you're not ready. Yeah, but back to the ripple effect. That example was just me correlating my experiences with our ability to cause a ripple effect. Because I just feel like when you're angry, it's more likely that you might walk into the pharmacy and curse someone out behind the register and they didn't even do anything, but you're angry about something that happened with someone else and it has nothing to do with that person. And then you can make that person angry. However, if you switch it up and you're able to give someone just a little bit of kindness that you don't even know, that's a vibration, and it emits. The vibration will emit, and it could spread throughout the world. Okay? So that's why I said that. I really believe that, and I know it to be true. Okay? And I hope you all understand what I'm saying, and I hope it didn't go over your head in any way, because when you mention the world, it could be like, what? How? But look, we're on a World Wide Web right now. The World Wide Web. Why is it called that? Because we can reach the world. literally on some devices that just connect everything to everything. Okay, so just think about that. Just think about your power. Very powerful. You have a power that for the individual that I'm speaking with, you do leave good impressions on individuals. However, when you choose to pull your energy back, they don't like it. They don't want you to do that. And they just hope that you stick around. It's just that you've come to grow into recognizing that, yes, there are times where you can't be in certain places with certain individuals because you've outgrown them. I just heard you've outgrown them. Okay, my love, so I hope this message reaches you at the best time, all right? The best time of your day, of your life. Everything you do, do it with love. Always remember that the Creator is in you and the magic is too because you're magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next reading.